Hello, my name is Paul. Welcome to my game journal. We're going to be playing the game Rimworld. I selected a site, so we will begin. Normally, I don't re-roll people just based on their stats, but we have both one of the most common characters in the game and one of the worst classes in the game, if not the worst class. So, I'm going to randomize all three of them. Balance, all looks good. Pyromaniac, randomize. Sorry, I'm being a little bit particular. Or May. Well, I guess you really like your cooking. Explains the heart issue. So we'll begin. I have quite a lot of mods installed. I will not be uploading a list of them because in case they break, I'll have to upload a new list, and that's a pain. But other than the 30-some mods I have installed, we are playing a vanilla scenario. Nothing changed, I promise. And we're going to have a good time with it. So, we begin. The three of you awake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. Barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown Rimworld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. Okay, so we have the options of democracy or OK, so I'm going to choose OK. Well, start off by unforbidding everything, because there's some scattered stuff around. And let's examine where we want to actually set up shop. So the mountainous area is over here, and this looks like a really good spot for defense purposes. Building in here, having a defensive position here, defensive position here. That seems really nice. Here, so avenues of attack here, 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 here. Looks good. So let's get cracking. Sorry about the frame rate. Again, I have quite a lot of mods installed, and I will uninstall them as I can. We may be starting multiple colonies as I get my bearings, but I'll explain why later. This isn't really intended to be a Let's Play of Rimworld, there's already plenty of those. But anyway, wooden walls, getting an area about this much under wraps, putting the stockpile area here. It would be bad to start here because it's this is a much more defensible position. Getting a growing zone, 5x5. Pardon me. 5x5. 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 For some variety in our diet. Potato seems good. We can grow wheat off the bat. I think that's the greatest idea. We can't plant healing root yet, so I'll just plant aloe. Cotton. And bamboo will help us getting set up with that. Although actually I should grow another carrot, seems good. Alright, I'm gonna have to pause the recording right here, and I'll get back to you real soon. And we're back! So, let's have them move around a little bit. They'll get sorted. I need to assign jobs. Should all be on hauling, cleaning on 2. Bed rest, flick, and all that on 1. Those are the most important jobs. Handling, I think, will be all that necessary. Sorbet the fennec fox. Interesting. Cute. Right. terrible cooks, which isn't one of them? Oh yeah, we probably re-rolled the gourmet, didn't we? Oh wait, that's silver. Disabled cooking because of a convent child. Factory work? Disabled. Wow. Alright, well, so we have absolutely abysmal cooks, so we'll be prepared for quite a lot of food poisoning as a result. Still has to be a priority though. Maybe they'll get better, maybe we'll find someone. Don't need to worry about hunting, I don't think, right now. We'll just do some foraging. This should be your day job. Should be your day job. Mining on 3. And plants need cut, that should be a priority. Should be your day job as well. Day job. Just put that on 3. Something like that. Alright, so we have people wearing many hats right now, but that's alright because we're just starting out. So they'll get something together to start building this shelter and then moving everything into it. In the meantime, we should also get some of these things set up. Just do a quick little outhouse on the side. We'll deconstruct this as soon as we can. It's kind of gross, but it's important. Still, we'll get a bathroom set up maybe around this area. This can only store so much, I guess that makes sense. Disallow sewing of cotton for now. Focus on getting the food sorted. Get a dumping stockpile set up. That makes sense. Let's make sure we have places to store all our rocks. And while it's buffering, I'll explain a little bit about what the series is supposed to be about. This is a game journal. It's so that I can keep track of my life as I, was thinking about what was I doing when I was 20 years old. When I'm 30 years old, it'd be something I'd be pretty interested to know. A tree and just put a floor there. And the problem is I could never keep a journal just on my own. I would always get distracted and not be able to keep it up for more than a day or two. But one of the things I do every day is play video games, so I figured why not combine the two and have a sort of medley. And in that way I'll be able to keep track of my own life and also maybe provide some entertaining content. If you're enjoying yourself, that's great. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that people are watching my content and enjoying it. But ultimately that's not its purpose. Its purpose is to create a catalog of my life. And, not in this narcissistic sort of way, but more as like, maybe one day I'll want to look back on everything that I was doing at the time. Now, in the beginning, it's a little bit rocky. I got my recording software set up, made some test videos. Well, they weren't supposed to be test videos, but they ended up being test videos because my recording quality was not very good. And my first colony just kind of collapsed because of the mods I was rearranging. That might happen here too. In that case, I'll probably not take them down, but it's not a big deal in any case. We do what we can with what we have. Oh, she's hauling. Hauling things. She is planting, which is nice. Growing speed is year-round. We are in a jungle biome, so, there's gonna be stuff happening. Let's see. Get a horseshoe pin set up so that we can fulfill our joy need. And then one of the other things we should do is we should get power supply set up. Alright, and then temperature cooler. Weird. Alright, so the cooler is just better than the prototype quantum computer. I don't really know why that exists, but alright, I'm not gonna question it right now. Hook up the generator to the air conditioning, and so they'll build that. And you're right, tooltip, we do need colonist beds. Let's throw a couple down here, and then get a table. MF is for the tables. Furniture, get some stools. We also need to get a prison cell for our first raid. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm running entirely too many mods. The game isn't necessarily lagging as much so as it's... Well, it is lagging, but not in terms of... Like, it's not because of the recording is the thing, and I would have expected that it would be because of the recording, but I just don't think it is. Is an awful place. Well, bathroom was an awful place. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. What's our storage like? Well, we'll get better. We'll get better. Oh, regenerated. So, maybe I should tell you a little bit about what I did today. It was a very, very busy day, actually. I went to classes. I'm currently in college. Went to classes at... So I get up at 9, and then I take a shower, I cook my lunch, because I cook all my own meals. And then I went to school. And I was in school doing... I had a midterm today in my software engineering class. And I did that. That ended at 3, so I was at school from 11 to 3. And after that, I went to a meeting for the Artificial Intelligence Club at my university. And then I went to a meeting for the special event I'm going to starting spring break. There's a school-funded field trip that I'm going on. I'm super excited for that. And then besides that, what am I doing? Yeah, what did I do? I went to there's a career event happening Wednesday, and I would really like to get a job, because then I would be able to afford to get a better mic, first of all. In addition to that, I'd be able to experience more of the world, and that's kind of a goal of mine. You know, having a job is pretty nice. For all of those reasons and more. Get out of there. And then after that, I came home, I cooked myself some dinner, leftovers, and I made myself a new dish. Put way too much flavor in it. Pardon me. Way too much flavor, so I might not be eating it all at once. I might just be having... Oh. Wonder what that was. Alright. Sorry, that kind of threw off my train of thought. Yeah, I put too much flavor in that dish, so I might not be eating it all at once. I might be getting some raspberries later to eat. That'll be fun. I had to interrupt the recording earlier because I was talking to my best friend, Tori. That's the reason why. So, goals for the series. Well, for this Rimworld, we're just gonna... It's on permadeath, so we're just gonna keep it up until it goes kaput. If it goes kaput early, well, that'll suck, because I'll have to think up of something new to do right away. But, for right now, I think it will be pretty stable. And we'll just be managing the little colony we have going here. So... Let's get production. We need to get a... I don't think we're going to do much of butchery, so I'm just going to get a fueled stove for now. And put that here. I don't think you can move it, so this is going to be our workshop slash kitchen area. And I'm going to also make a wall colony, wall going this way. Can't put it in, so I'm gonna also have you mine out this here. I don't like that. I'll just put a wall here. This way, we'll make this a different area. I don't know exactly what. We might make it bedrooms. It'd look pretty bad though. Let me think. Maybe do something like this. It'd make it more like bedrooms. Have like every person have a 5-3 sort of full high-end. And this can be like a communal area. Yeah, I like that idea. Some gold ore here I want to mine too. It won't compromise our security too much because we're going to be setting up defenses here. Oh, we have a gun complex. That's nice. Yeah, gun complex is basically the end-all be-all for base defense. In case I can't move it, I'm going to set it up right here. But I believe that you can uninstall and reinstall them, which makes defending your base super easy and kind of fun as well. It allows us to get a larger colony without having to worry about the security risks involved. Now for power, I don't really go for the non-static generators like the wind turbine and the solar generator. I only ever go for the fuel generator and the geothermal because it provides constant source. And I do have batteries, but I don't like to bother with them. I like a constant flow so that if there's a issue that I'm not running out of power for no reason. Like if there's a volcanic winter, I will get as much as out of my solar plants, and then wind turbines is kind of hit or miss. So I know that consistency is more expensive in the long run, but it'll be worth it, I think. Regarding the series, let's move. I'm just gonna cancel all this. We just want wood over. We didn't want to cancel that. We want wood over all of this, just for now, and just in the planning phases. We also want to mine out this. And this area. Yeah, you can uninstall and reinstall this, which is really nice, because then if we're getting raided from the north, we can put it over here. So when this Rimworld series goes kaput, I'll probably be starting a new series because I'll be more comfortable talking to myself for 30 minutes at a time. And then I'll be able to give more commentary about the game and do a more probably interesting or a novel idea, give my reaction to it, in addition to saying, you know, how's my life going, what did I do that day, because that's one of the main goals, like keeping a journal. It's a game journal, but I can't really talk about just myself for a half hour. I'm not sure I'd want to. It seems like it'd be exhausting. So while we're sleeping, we'll go in a little bit of... Oh, there's Psyche tab. That was broken when I... That was broken when I tried the other mods. I was having them loading in all the wrong order. Anyway, this guy, in his childhood, he was a shopkeeper, and that was all because he is still 19. Carter's mother was often ill, and it fell to her to run the store, which was their only source of income. She learned a little about the exotic artifacts she sold, and a lot about the art of the deal. Alright, so social and research. Hates drugs, loves life, hates other people. Yeah, Sanguine is pretty good. Crystal Silver. This person was Maria Carter, by the way. Crystal Silver, that's quite a name. Also Sanguine, I promise I didn't plan this. Gourmet, so she'll be irritated a lot unless she gets much of fine meals. Yeah, so it has to be fine. It can't be simple, basically. It can't be anything. In her childhood, she was a convent child, sorry. The child of an illicit affair, Silver was brought up by nuns in a medieval convent. She learned the value of hard work and submission, but was taught that technology is heretical. Except for the stove. Adulthood factory worker. Well, that's ironic. Silver did menial, unskilled work in an industrial-era factory. This era? Her job also included caring for the mules and horses which transported goods around the city. So, imagining she did more of the latter and less of the former, considering that she was pretty much a Luddite. Totally fine, though. Capable of violence. Bathroom attached to this, maybe. Have this be a communal bathroom. We could also have it be more dorms. So we could have the bathroom, like... Yeah, we were gonna have the bathroom over here in this area. Hallway... Nah, I don't like the hallway idea. How fast do these grow? That's really good. Well, I should let you know about the difficulty setting. It's on Randy Random. You can see Storyteller right here, Randy Random. Randy Random Rough. And that's how I like to play. That's how I like to play my games. It's more fun than the alternatives. Supply is not looking actually good. Oh, kebabs and all that are here now. Did they fix the balancing on this? Because it was terrible. The balancing was awful. You would get like... So this requires 0.6 nutrition and makes 0.14. So the ratio to that is about 230% efficiency. Whereas like a fine meal, which I can't even make right now, takes 0.25. Oh, so it takes 0.5 nutrition and makes 0.9, which is about a 180% return. So pretty much the only thing you want to make is a kebab. We're gonna be vegetarians because I'm a vegetarian in real life, so I figured I'll roleplay that, make an additional restriction that we're not gonna actually prepare meat dishes, although we might use substitutes like bean. Tofu, yeah, tofu. Other than that, we're just gonna be straight. Not that being not straight is bad, but for right now, we're just gonna be plain vanilla. And we're gonna drop on the floor, we're gonna say, do it until you have X, and we're gonna make that X 25. 9% storage, wow. I'm just kidding, I have no idea what's good and bad with the rest of that. So, we're lacking wood to build stuff with, so I'm gonna say, hey, guys, check out this wood. Me? So, who are we gonna have be our shooters and our dudes? Do we even have all the supplies? Got everything. So, pistol, then survival. We're gonna get some aloe. Aloe is basically for a very weak medicine that we can use if someone gets like a boo-boo on their fingy tip and they want mama to kiss it. Other than that, if someone gets cancer, we'll probably be using our regular medicine. We should also be thinking about... Yeah, I can also make it a second workshop. I don't even give a care. Get a door here, first of all. And we'll just place really improve the stonecutter's table. It's kind of weird. I usually have my stonecutter's table outside, but it'll get an outdoor penalty, which is like redonkulous percentage. so I'm actually just gonna put it. Can't really have it blocking the cooling, so what I'm gonna do. Well, let me think. Which is the worst quality stool? Or so deconstruct this. And we're going to move this stool here, put a stone colors table here, and that way I'll just put I'll move the dumping stockpile there to here. It's kind of a weird spot though. I want people to be able to walk as well, so we'll just make it weird like this, and no rotten stuff. And then we'll say move. Well, this actually, all of this I kind of like because it's kind of like sandbags, but this, and this will all be processed basically. So I may have mentioned this earlier, but the series I intend to pursue is Life is Strange. I probably will have that featured as a game journal. There will also be silent journals, which will be private videos that I will have in my, on my channel, but private. And those will be just gameplay without my mic turned on of a game that I really want to play. And if you want to know what game that was, because you're going to be listening to this in the past, and you're not me, presumably, if you're someone else who doesn't know me personally, you've never seen my face, or even if you have, it's only been in a photograph or a video, someone who's watching my first video, someone like that, and you want to know what my silent journals are, then just let me know. I might have a Twitter account set up at some point in the future. I might have a Facebook page set up some point in the future. If my videos get popular, then I'll invest in that branding. These videos will never be monetized, by the way. There will never be ads on them, because ads are gross. And they give me... when I watch one, I feel the marketers crawling up my back, and it's just not a nice feeling. So I don't want to be that person who monetizes his journals. That sounds pretty silly to me. But anyway... if I do get popular, then I'll make an effort to interact with the community, because that's only fair. You're spending your time watching me, listening to me talk, after all. So, yeah, the plan is I'll have these silent journals, and if you want to see them, get in contact with me, and people will really want to see them if I get a significant response. I don't know what significance is right now. If I get a significant pull, hey, show me your silent journals, then yeah, I'll release them, and they'll be my gameplay of a time long past. And when I was significantly younger and significantly worse at video games, presumably. Auto-saving. Yeah, this is a pretty uneventful... Oh, yeah. Excellent, so we are just in time. So... well... Action and name. Well... Probably... How about this? Keener. No, that's probably bad. That's probably some kind of innuendo I'm not familiar with. Let's think, because this is how we're going to be closing out the episode. This is the final thing. I mean, I have tea right now, so I was tempted to say tea bags, but that's probably also not very good. Let's think. Well, if we're going to do a... If we're going to do a journal. I'm not going to call it a journal, but what's something in my life that's going on right now that maybe in a little while I'll want to remember, code word to myself, that maybe this will be a hint to something more personal that's happening in my life. Wow. Special. Yeah, I'm looking around. This is probably something I don't want to forget. Zetsuen. I think that's right. If it's wrong, then I'll feel real silly. Zetsuen. And... well, let's call it... you know, I was watching Isaac episodes today. Let's call it Explosivo. Yeah, that seems like it'd be pretty fitting for this area. Explosivo. Yeah. Pretty hot. We're in a forest, and we're in a jungle though. Alright. So this community is now known as Explosivo. And thank you for joining me in this first game journal. Remember to take care of yourself. And have a good night.